Hello everyone, my name is Jazz Vader, and I'm back at it with Shifter Happy Havoc, Danganronpa. Where we last left off, I do not remember, but I think it was, yeah, I got a doorbell run, like, sorry that it took me a while to make another video of this. I want to take some time off of it. But I actually have some news about the next series that I'm going to be playing for Danganronpa 2. I'm going to have a co-op person, like I'm going to have somebody also doing the voices with me. That way, and record the videos. So that means it's probably going to take me a while to finish these videos, but it's also going to be better because we're going to have twice the reactions here. So if you want to see more of it, subscribe to my channel and you'll be able to see the video that I'm going to come out with for Danganronpa 2. I'm actually, and this ain't no normal person either. It's going to be my sister. She's going to help me with it. She's going to do some of the voices, some of the males, some of the females. We're going to try to do our best to do males and females. Like, we're not going to, like, we'll figure out once we actually get into it, but for now, I want to finish this up so that way it's out of the way. And that way I could just record Danganronpa 2. But yeah, let's get into this.
Makoto.
I forgot how to do these voices. Okay, here's the thing. I forgot how to do the voices, so I might not sound like how I was in the other videos. So, Makoto, get out here. Kyoko, what's going on?
Indeed.
Hina just came to see me. She was white as a ghost. It sounds like something happened. What? As soon as I heard those words, my heart started to beat a little faster. I suddenly found myself wide awake. She said for us to come to the rec room. The rec room? Okay, let's hurry. We hurried. Okay. I want to make sure, so...
Anyway...
I better hear what Hina has to say. Or, wait, what did it say? It'd be better if we have to hear what Hina has to say. Okay. I'm just going to assume that's what she meant. Okay.
Huh?
Makoto, Kyoko! Hina, what's wrong? Something's not right. In the rec room. What's inside? There was a window on the rec room door, and I heard to look inside. And when I did... Sakura? Is she unconscious? She's sitting up in the chair. And looks like she's bowing her head. Okay, so... Looks like there's some bottles missing, if I remember. From what used to be, like... And there's also a locker open, okay? There's some stuff on the floor over by her, like a wrapper.
Hey.
I'm trying to notice the things before, like, what's going on? Did something happen to her? I'm trying to notice stuff that's, like, through the window before I see what's going on in there. I was just walking past and I happened to notice her through the window. But I couldn't get the door open. I tried knocking and tried calling her name. She wouldn't respond.
Huh?
So what should we do? What are we going to do?
Anyway...
First of all, we need to get into that room. But the door's locked, right? And if we break in, we'd be violating school regulations.
Listen to me.
We're going to force our way in. I just said...
Wrong.
The door isn't locked. It's not locked because the rec room doesn't have a lock. Huh? Then why?
It would seem...
Feels like the doors is being pressed up against something inside the room. Is it the chair? Is it the chair? Oh. Is it the chair? Chair.
In other words...
Either way, this door isn't locked, which means as far as I can tell, the rule doesn't apply. Then there's no problem with me breaking.
Indeed.
Let's smash the window. That should be the fastest way in. Okay, I'll go grab something to break it with. Wait right here. Inside the rec room, Sakura still hadn't moved an inch. She's just unconscious, right? Is she okay? I mean, Sakura, so I'm sure. Kyoko didn't reply. There was only silence. That silence didn't last long. Here! I found a broom. In the classroom. Use it!
Makoto.
You can handle this, right, Makoto?
Please!
Come on, please hurry! Okay, you two, stand back. I took hold of the broom and swung as hard as I could. Aimed directly at the window. All it took is one solid hit. The window shattered into 100 pieces scattered across the rec room floor. I stuck my hand through the now open window and started jostling the chair, leaning against the door. The chair's pretty heavy, but if I can just... I pushed it off it with all my strength, and finally the knob turned. Sakura! I ran up to her as fast as I could, but the moment I laid my hand on her... Damn it. Fucking dead. No. All I felt was cold death. Shit. He's I mean, I'm sad. I'm not kind of totally upset that she's dead, but I'm not totally alright that she is dead, because now I don't have to do a voice, which was one of my main problems of doing. Trying to do a female voice that sounded raspy, kind of, also trying to sound all super manly and buff, which is what she was. So I'm glad that I don't have to do her voice, at least. But I still think she was an awesome character. I'm sorry, Sakura. And now there's only... Wait, let me see. Who's all here? There's Makoto, Byakuya, Left, Yasuhiro, Yoroko, Hina, Toko. He's dead, so... Only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. So 6 people left. Okay, I can only feel the last lingering warmth of a living body. Life had abandoned Sakura's body, and then.
A body has been discovered! After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin!
Okay, here we go. All-Star Apologies, Deadly Life, Chapter 4. Now we're getting into the Deadly Life.
Huh?
Huh?
Sakura's dead? She's really dead?
Making sure to check the room. She's outside of the area by the door. I don't know why she's staying behind. That's a little suspicious because if Sakura is dead, she would have been the first one to ran up to her. Okay. I heard Hina talking, but my eyes stared steadily forth. I could only look on. At killed Sakura's dead body. I just like Makoto's expression is like Makoto's face looks like he has multiple emotions and feelings going on with that face of his. He looks like he's angry, also upset at the same time. And it also looks like Kyoko's mad too. That's the first time I've ever seen angry. Hina doesn't look surprised at all though. I'm just gonna say that right now. If that's true, that means something's going on with her. Okay. You didn't make it in time. It's happened again. Running to herself, Kyoko began gently expecting Sakura's bite. I wondered, was she confirming that Sakura was really dead? Checking for a pulse before even a reaction? I have to go get him. I have to go get the others. On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room. And why? Why did this have to happen? That's all I could say. I repeated it over and over again. I need to examine Sakura's body. Okay. I just stood there motionless behind her while she's checking Sakura's corpse. Time passed. While I stood there, unable to do a thing, time just passed. And after I don't know how long, I got everyone.
What?
Huh? Ogre?
Yes, yes!
Oh, she's dead, huh?
I see.
Sakura's been killed. I see. As soon as they arrived, Kyoko began.
Just a second.
You heard the announcement just now, right? So you know what this means.
Interesting.
Sakura was murdered by someone in this very room. Is that what you were going to say?
Huh?
No. Whoever killed her, it's not just someone in this room.
It's your fault!
It's one of you. Hiro, Byakuya, Toko, one of you killed Sakura.
What?
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 You're accusing us before we've begun an investigation. I don't need to investigate anything. Because you hated her. You hated the sight of her.
I won't forgive you.
Well, you did it. I know it. Okay. I'm going to assume this is Monokuma because we already heard people, no people are in this room, so it has to be. Ooh, you know it?
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Jeez, I didn't know your power level would increase by that much just by getting mad.
What the heck?
What are you doing here?
Come on!
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to hand out my little murder flyer.
It's the Monokuma file!
That's right, it's the Monokuma file.
Yeah!
I don't get mad at... So mad, Miss Asahina. Oh, you're going to ruin that new little face of yours. Now then, with that eye... Hold on. There's something I want to ask you.
Huh?
It was you, wasn't it? You killed Sakura?
Say what?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Sakura wanted to challenge the mastermind to a duel. Maybe you fought her again and
In other words...
then I killed her? Sorry, not quite. Actually, not even close. That whole thing is totally irrelevant now. Sakura came to the most regrettable end without even getting the chance to finish things with me.
Phew!
Which, thank God for that. It saved me the trouble of having to go through with our little fight. Because even someone like me, it would have been no mean feat to take down a behemoth like that.
Hey,
I gotta tell you, I was actually pretty worried. I mean, she violated a rule by attacking me in the first place, so I wasn't able to punish her.
Well done!
So I don't know who it was, but whoever the blacking is, this time, I owe you one.
What is this?
You want one? Oopsie, before you get all pissed potty at me, you better figure out who did it first.
Shing!
Because I mean, your lives are all in a line now, right?
What is this?
What the hell? He yells in them one?
I won't
I
forgive
hate
you.
him. I hate this whole thing. Well, for now, I, for one, am glad it was Sakura. She was working for the mastermind after all. How can you say that now? Sorry, I don't have time for your squabbling. The next game has already begun. If you want to be angry at someone, be angry at whoever killed Sakura.
Anyway,
Right now, our top priority needs to be uncovering Sakura's killer. If we can't do that, we're all dead. Then let's decide who will stand guard this time. I'll do it. Hina? I'm okay. Just let me handle it. Besides, I want to be here with Sakura.
That's fine.
Okay, then Hina is guard number 1, but we need one more. Kyoko, that's you.
what?
Me. You're always a thorn in my side. This time, just stand by and watch quietly. Consider that an order. An order?
That's fine.
Fine, I'll stay behind. Then it's settled. Let's begin, shall we? Hold on. Before that, there's something I want to say,
What?
which is... Hiro, Byakuya, Toko, none of you are allowed to step foot onto the crime scene.
Huh?
What?
It's your
One
fault!
of you killed Sakura.
I won't
I
forgive
won't
you.
let somebody like that come anywhere near her.
Stop talking.
Don't be stupid. Our lives are in just as much as danger as yours. We have every right to investigate. I don't care what you say. I'm not letting the one who killed Sakura anywhere near her. Even if it means I have to use force, you're not getting in here. What appears further discussion would be a waste of time. How about a compromise?
It's all clear
I
now.
won't ask you to let all of us in. Just let me.
What?
What? You don't really care, do you? You're both useless anyway. True. I mean, Toko probably not so much. And maybe Yasuhiro does have his quirks, but I don't know. I haven't really seen his usefulness yet. But,
Yep.
no, I don't really care. I'd rather spend my time coming up with another splendid fantasy involving Master anyway. And you, Hero, do you really object? If you're going to go that far, what can I do? I mean, I don't have anything to hide, so why should I care?
It's all clear now.
Then it's decided.
What are you saying?
Nothing's decided.
Calm down.
I know how you feel, Hina, but you should agree to his request. But
Hey,
we have to find out who killed Sakura.
correct.
For those of us still alive, and to honor Sakura's memory. Fine. I guess that's okay. But no matter what, Byakuya, you absolutely aren't allowed to touch her. Naturally. Who would want to touch a filthy dead body?
Listen,
I've seen you touch a filthy dead body. What are you talking about? You touched freaking... Wait a minute. You touched a hero, you bitch. That isn't even an excuse. That's like a... What is that called? You just contradicted yourself. Like... That's enough fighting. We need to focus on the investigation from here on out. I'm going to keep this in mind. If we can't undercover Sakura's killer,
listen to me.
all of us face execution. Finding out who killed Sakura, it's not a matter of hoping we can do it. If we want to survive, we have to do it. It's kind of a hopeless hope. We have no choice but to just do it. So just do it. And okay, you're fading into black. Okay. I better check the Makuma file before anything else. The victim was Sakura Ogami. The time of death was estimated to be around 12 noon. So it gives us the time, okay? The body was discovered in the rec room on the 3rd floor of the school. How many floors are there? I just realized. This one isn't even a new floor, is it? Yeah, there's a 4th floor. I'm surprised she wasn't killed in one of the 4th floors. Okay. Because usually when a new floor opens up, they're killed on that floor though. I think. Right? I'm not sure. Okay. There's an evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted. However, it seems that at some point the victim suffered from violent vomiting. Vomiting. Okay.
Hey.
I think the case this time might be a challenge. Why is that?
So...
The only way into the rec room is the door we just came through. And that door had been jammed shut with the chair from inside the rec room. Which means the killer would have to escape somehow after barring the door. So if the door was blocked from the inside, there's no way in or out till he broke the window. There's like zero escape, right?
In other words,
this is a classic locked room murder. Locked room murder? It's a locked room mystery, okay. I guess you might see this kind of thing a lot in mystery movies or books or whatever. But could it really happen in real life? And right before our very eyes like this? If it's happening before yes, this actually happens. And what are you talking about? It happens in real life too. Not in just books. Movies.
Hey.
Okay. Are you curious to hear what more about a locked room murder entails? Sure, if you don't mind.
That's fine.
When you break down this kind of murder mystery, there are 4 basic types. 4 basic types. Okay. The first type is when the locked room is created after the actual crime is committed. Which is probably what happened. Probably, right? This simply means that the killer commits his crime, then through some special method seals the room. This mainly involves some sort of trick involving the locking of the room. Basic approaches including using a string or a simple mechanism. There are a number of variations, so for that, all we have to do is check the door to see if that's what it is, right?
Correct.
So the first one is possible. Second type is when the locked room already exists before the crime is committed. Oh?
In other words,
Basically, the killer used a special contraption or tool from outside to target the victim from inside. You push the switch and it fires a handgun. You shoot an arrow through a gap in the door. Something like that.
however,
But in this case, that doesn't seem to fit. Because there's no guns or arrows. Yeah. In the school. Cool. And the door doesn't have any sort of gap that would allow it. Yeah, I think we can probably cross that one off the list.
it's true.
The third type is when the killer stays in the room until it's opened up. That could be it, but what do you mean by that?
In other words,
They stay hidden, and when the door is open, they use the confusion by blend in with the group. They pretend they showed up along with everyone else, and that's that. That sounds like it could have been possible, maybe.
it's true.
Yeah. So the first one and the third one. And the fourth and the final type is when it wasn't actually a locked room at all. not the locker
In other
room.
words,
By that, I mean there actually is an alternate escape route somewhere within the room. You see this a lot in novels and things, but in reality, it's generally not possible. Then you think we can cross that one off too?
indeed.
I believe so, yes. Well, should we check the room? Maybe there's a switch, I don't know. If you pull something off. Maybe one of those pull cues. I don't know. So when it comes to locker room mysteries, those are the basic types. Those are the basics. So there are 4 possibilities. And Kyoko, which one of these 4 choices seem like most likely in this case?
It's true.
That's a good question. Answering that should be our primary focus during this trial. But right now I can't really say. I see. The way the killer set up the locker room. Until I figure out the truth behind Sakura's death will stay hidden. It's definitely a tough mystery. I need to concentrate and investigate as much as I can. For Sakura, if nothing else. Okay. So let me check everything. It's around 1 o'clock right now. So roughly an hour ago. Is that when Kyoko and I were moving alter ego? Okay. Wait. What did you say? Was that when Kyoko and I were moving alter ego? So we might have an alibi. Okay. Well, at least we have an alibi. I think. Okay. Somebody's handprints are on here. Oh, the locker's open. And there on the inside is a handprint.
Why?
It's a handprint. What's a handprint doing here? It looks like somebody touched the inside of the locker. And it left a handprint in all the dust.
It's true.
It looks quite fresh too. I'd say someone was hiding here in the locker and they left behind a little something extra. So then, maybe the killer hid in there. Until the locked room was open, don't you think? During all the confusion, they popped out and joined the rest of the group.
Wrong.
Unfortunately, that's not a possibility. Yeah, because... Oh, why not?
Hey,
Think back before you opened the door. We looked inside the room, right? Well, yeah. The locker was already open at that point. Yep.
indeed.
I know. So there's no way someone could have hidden in there until after we opened the door. Yeah, so then, what does this handprint mean? Okay, locker handprint. So there's glass right there. There's a wrapper. Her. Yakia. Chair. So check the chair. The chair was subbed against the doorknob, so we couldn't get the door open. There's no evidence of any kind of string or mechanism used on the chair. In other words, there's no reason to think this chair had anything special done to it. Okay.
What?
What do you want? You're bothering me. Go away. He's not even trying to hide how much he despises me. I better go before he crushes my soul completely. Okay, you... The same shelf full of magazines. There's all kinds of different magazines in here. There's a blood stain in front of the magazine shelf. It must have come with Sakura, but that doesn't make sense. Why is it so far away from where she died? Okay. Glass. The shards of glass got around the chair of where Sakura is sitting on. The glass is all red, and there are top and bottom sections of a bottle, right? So this must have originally been a bottle. A bottle, okay. There's something else on the ground near the glass. It's a figure. It fits the palm of the hand. It's a Makima figure. Okay. Do I see it? Why? Okay, now. Let's check these then. There are 4 bottles lined up. You can even see the spaces. Okay. There are some bottles missing, it looks like. So 2 bottles are missing. And inside each bottle, so one of them was used, I can tell that. There's some kind of Monokuma figure. What I'm wondering is how they get those figures inside the bottles.
So...
It's no different from your standard ship in a bottle. Yeah, but how do they even get the ships inside it? I mean... Huh? No, where the bottle's opening is smaller than the bullet placed inside. You've never seen that? Well, yeah, maybe I have.
In other words...
So this is a Monokuma version of that. A Monokuma bottle, if you will. Okay. I feel like I'm finally starting to make sense of things, little by little. Monokuma bottle sitting on shelf. Monokuma figure we found on the ground. Start to regress, which probably started as a bottle, which would mean Sakura must have been hit with the head with a Monokuma bottle, right? So the glass and the Monokuma figure are evidence of that. So I think it's safe to say that the Monokuma bottle was the weapon. Okay, this looks like some kind of weapon. That's... Do you recognize it, Hina? Well, yeah, I mean, I gave it to her. That's a candy wrapper. Sakura got super upset when she found out Genocide Jack had hacked me, right? So after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help her calm down a little. So you gave that candy to Sakura. I found a big box of it in the warehouse. I really liked them. Actually, as soon as we could get into the warehouse, I took the entire box back to my room. I made sure nobody else could get their hands on it. You selfish bitch. I really want one of those. Nah, I'm kidding. You're good, Hina. Okay. I made sure nobody else could get their hands on. Okay. I want to check something. How old is Naegi? Actually, can I tell? It doesn't say. Okay. Okay. I want to see what age these people were actually in high school. I don't know why. You really like them that much?
Because, I mean...
But I wanted Sakura to get a chance to try one for herself. That's why I gave it to her. But now they've lost all their flavor. Hina. Okay, polka dot candy wrapper. Okay. So... blood spot, the glass, the locker, the Monokuma bottles, the glass with some kind of plastic container rolling around the entrance into the room.
So...
It looks like a protein drink, and it's empty. Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loved her protein. She mentioned it more than once how protein was good for all sorts of ailments.
Wrong.
I wouldn't take that too hard if I were you. I know. But still, this protein can. It's got a label on the it that says Chem A2. That reminds me, Sakura mentioned how the Chem Lab had all kinds of health stuff. So she must have gotten this from the Chem Lab.
Just a second.
But that's strange. Huh? What
Hey.
is it? You see what's scattered around the can? Yeah, shards of blue glass. They must be parts of the window I broke to get inside.
Correct.
But they aren't just scattered around the can, they're also underneath it. Why does that matter?
So...
I can't say for sure yet, but you're probably going to want to take note of it. I feel like it will become an important clue later on. Important clue. I'm not sure how I see that. How, but... Okay. The door, just to make sure. This door is the only way out, in or out of the rec room. The door doesn't have a lock, so there's no evidence that the mountains have been tampered with. The only notable change to the door is the smashed window, which happened, of course, when I broke in to get inside. There's no evidence that any kind of strain or mechanism was used on the door. In other words, I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself. Having examined both the door and the chair, there's no doubt that the reason the door didn't open is simply because the chair was shoved against it. This kept the doorknob from turning and the door from opening, and there was no evidence of the door or chair being tampered with or anything like that, so the killer must have created the locked room from inside, not the outside. So the killer was still in the room, but there was no... This was gathered from the camp lab. Hold on. There's a blow to her head. Other injuries were noted. Okay. She suffered from violent vomiting. So, she vomited blood. So that means she could have been poisoned. And they could have made it look like a suicide. I'm not sure. Or maybe it is a suicide. Okay.
What the heck?
We already know who did it. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It had to be one of them. They couldn't just stand the sight of her. You agree with me, don't you, Makoto? Well, I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more. Then let me help you find out more. You see, Sakura asked all three of them to meet with her, you know? You know where? Right here in the rec room. What? After I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Okay, So not only did you give her candy, she also told you that she wanted to meet with them. How much stuff do you know, Hina? I think you're very suspicious right here. Well, eventually she went off on her own. But when I saw her again after that, she said that she left a note for each of them. She asked to meet with them in the rec room by noon. The Marakuma house says she died right about then. I'm telling you the truth. I heard right from Sakura herself, and I tried to stop her. But when she wouldn't listen, she said not to worry, but she just wanted to talk to him. And this is what happened. I stopped her. Before Steven, this never would have happened, Hina. It's impossible to not have regrets. I know. Hina's account. But the fact that she has to meet with those three, with her, and she asked them to come to the rec room at noon, the same time and place she ended up dying, it might be good to confirm with them directly. So let's see, Byakuya. What do you want? You're bothering me. And there's something I'd like to talk to you about. Make it quick. Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet with her in the rec room? So you found out. Interesting. Then it is true. I did receive a note to that effect, yes. But what fool would do what it said, and risking being killed by that monster? So you didn't go see her? Of course not. I ripped the note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura today at all. Byakuya says he didn't go see. Is that the truth? I believe him. Sure, there are some stuff that I don't believe, but maybe when it comes to like spies and stuff into this game, you won't like actually do that. Like, so I believe him. I don't know. I don't... Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept this as
Come on.
If you're all finished, please remove yourself from my sight. Okay, thanks. Byaku's account. Okay. Okay. Kyoko, let's see the body, and then we'll talk to Kyoko. I think she's gonna have... Sakura drew her last breath, slumping over in this chair. There's obvious evidence of blow to the head. Sakura's suffering. Normally I wouldn't have any problem believing that's what killed her, but according to the Makuma file, she also vomited blood. And I can see a trace of blood on her lips for sure. So that would have caused her to vomit blood. Makuma specifically said she hadn't suffered any other injuries. Okay. Maybe getting hit to the head somehow caused her to start vomiting blood? Not a chance. Yeah. That's not a chance. Byakuya.
That's fine.
However, your eyes have landed on a most interesting location. Interesting?
Naturally.
Yes, most interesting, don't you agree? No, I don't think I'd call it interesting. But it does make me wonder. The reason Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to why she died. Okay. I should probably...
However...
Look for Sakura to have been killed. Yeah, she's not the type who would go down without a fight.
It's true.
And she certainly didn't, I would say. She was the ultimate martial artist. Strong in body, mind, and spirit. So how was the killer able to get upper hand on her? I wonder, did someone get the upper hand? They must have taken her by surprise, right?
Certainly.
They would have needed to if they expected a chance to stand against her.
Listen.
Well, Mako, have you finished your general investigation? Yeah, I think so. For the most part.
So then
you should probably go talk to the people now. I'm on guard duty, so I can't leave.
Listen to me.
Which is why I've decided you'll go in my place. Oh, she's decided? She's gotten a lot more pushy since we had our issue. But she's right, I do have to go talk to the others. Sakura wanted to meet with 2 other people. I need to hear what they have to say. Okay. So I have to go investigate stuff. But
Don't make me repeat myself.
Yes, I do. So yeah, of course that. Okay. Okay, leave the area. Those other 2 probably went back to their rooms. Okay. Sayaka, Toko. Toko's the one. I pressed the doorbell. After a few seconds.
Who's there?
The most negative aura I've ever felt. An aura of total decay.
Well, what do you want?
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
She didn't look like she was in a good mood.
Hey, I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
Obviously annoyed, Toko slithered out into the hall.
What do you want?
You said you wanted to talk to me about something, right? Oh. I wanted to talk about the fact Sakura had asked to meet with you.
Well...
I don't know what you're talking about. Byakuya already told me she asked to meet with him. But she wanted to meet with Master 2? I just said 2, didn't I? That was totally obvious, huh? Yeah, pretty much. So can you tell me about it? I admit I did get the note, but I didn't go see her. I was scared, so I couldn't even bring myself to go. And Toko claims she didn't go see her, but can I really believe her? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept that fact. Is that good enough? Then going back to my room. With that, Toko quickly retreated to her room. Toko's account. Yashihiro. Press the doorbell. Just a few seconds.
You know?
What's up, Miko? Did you need something? Yeah, actually, I wanted to check something. It's about Sakura wanting to meet with you.
What?
How do you know about that?
Could it be?
Did you gaze in my soul? Have you special abilities awakened in you? But I'm not the only one she wanted to meet with. Ogre told me yourself that she asked Byakuya and Toko to come too. What? When did Sakura tell you that?
What?
Oh, well... But she asked me to meet with her, of course. But she didn't write you a note? Yeah, no,
How about that?
she gave it to me in person. And she happened to mention the others. Like in passing. I gotta be honest. This is super suspicious. So then, you went to meet up with Sakura?
You got it all wrong!
No way, I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that? Yeah, definitely suspicious.
Actually,
Last time I saw Ogre was when Hina got hurt and I took her to the nurse's office.
don't look at me!
I've been seeing her since then. While I'm here, could you show me that note she gave you? Do I still have it? Let's see, Hero's feeling around in his pockets.
Hey, come on!
Sorry, looks like I don't have it anymore. With a big goofy smile on his face, he pulled his hands back out of his pockets. But when he did, I saw something float to the ground. Something had fallen out of Hero's pocket. Oh! Suspicious as hell. Yeah.
Huh?
Well,
What?
quick as the wind, Hero snatched it back up again and shoved it back into his pocket.
Hey, come on!
Sorry, just a bit of trash I forgot to throw out. Trash?
What?
Damn it, I can't deny Ogre asked to meet with me, but I never went. So, well, if you excuse me. Before waiting for a reply, Hero quickly slipped back into his room. Hero said that was just trash, but there's no way that's all there was to it. So, okay, so I've heard from Toko, Hero. What next? I definitely have to look at the actual crime scene again. On top of that, maybe I should find more about the protein can we found on the floor in the rec room. I'm sure it must have come from the chem lab. So where should I start? Probably the chem lab. Then we could finish up in the crime scene. Because I'm pretty sure freaking... Okay. Chem lab. Okay.
What?
Makoto, did you have your eye on this chem lab too? Just make sure you don't get in my way. Yeah, I got it. I think what you meant to say was yes, sir. Yes, sir. I understand. Okay, before I do anything, so there's that. There's a thing on the floor, but let me make sure. So did you find out anything? Somehow I could sense him saying, leave me alone, without him even having to say it. It's just... This isn't my first time seeing this show, but I just can't get over how big it is. I should probably take a closer look at it. It looks like 3 shelves have been connected together to make one giant shelf. Okay, I'm going to probably have to use. So, but more importantly right now, what's this powder that's been spilled in front of the shelf? I have to be careful not to step in it. Okay. Let's do this. check this. This broken bottle in front of itself. This is where all the power comes from. It looks like this bottle has a label on it, Chem C4. Would you like to hear something interesting? I was on this floor this morning checking things out, and at that point this room wasn't like this. Then this power must have been
So
spilled.
in other words...
That's right. It could have only been around the time of the incident. If that really is when it happened, it must have been related to the case somehow. Source of the powder has been added to your true color. Okay. So check this out, and then the footprints. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. I better not leave a footprint. Okay. So the footprints over here, though, these are footprints, and they're only in the front of the left shelf. How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? We may need to sketch out a fuller plan. By we, do you mean me? How kind of you to offer. With an insufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and a pen.
What?
Well, let's go. Chop chop. Okay. You fell for that one, Makoto. I'm just saying. So I got to work, and before long I drew up a sketch of the room. So how's this? Not bad for you, I mean. For me?
I see.
So when you look at this, interesting. It would appear that whoever left these footprints only had business in the leftmost shelf. They came in, went straight to that shelf, and did whatever they had to, and then left. That's what the footprints told me.
I see.
These footprints must be...
It's certainly
Makoto,
possible.
Are they yours? No.
What?
Okay then, let me see if your shoes. Let me see your shoes, and I'll confirm their size for myself. I couldn't think of a reason not to, so I quietly did what Byakuya said. I see. Your feet do appear to be too big. Too big. So who has small feet? Wait. By the way, I know who dies and who, like, this. Okay. Wait. How big are my feet? That is weird. Okay. Unfortunately, I must admit these are not your footprints. Unfortunately? With how clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. When these footprints are really valuable clue. Okay, I should probably take a good hard look at that powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor in front of the shelf. There's also remains of a book about. It also looks like there's footprints and powder. Based on the positioning of the prints of that side. Okay. But the powder had to been spilled right around the time of the incident. That's all I can tell for now. There. So A, B, and C. Let's go through each one. Let's see what's on this shelf. There's all kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines. The protein drink must be found in the rec room, probably came from this shelf. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter A with a number, except for one. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving until section A. Oh, but wait. There's one bottle here that's labeled Chem C9. Someone have put it here by accident? I don't think so, but okay. So on this shelf looks like a bunch of chemicals that I have no idea what they are. They're reagents. Put simply, they're used in experiments to bring out a chemical reaction. How have you lived such in ignorance for so long? It must truly be bliss. Isn't that kind of harsh?
What?
What? You think studying science and mathematics has no particular application in the real world?
That's fine.
The words of a lifelong loser. which I suppose suits you well. I didn't even say that. I think. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Right now, I need to focus on the shelf. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with letter B and a number, so I guess I can consider this part of the shelving until unit section B. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here, in which case I don't think I have to worry too much about the shelf. Okay, section C is probably important. On this shelf, I look and I can tell it's nothing but dangerous chemicals. And you can see chemicals like C9 and C4, so different dangerous. These look like poisons and other powerful chemicals. All these containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter C and a number. They all look like they're labeled C9 though. That's weird. And that red bottle is supposed to be the same bottle as the poison, I think. So why does it have the same number? Number as that other powder thing. So I guess I could consider this part of the shelving unit. Section C. I should try to find out more about this shelving unit. Looks like it's split into 3 sections. Section A, Sakura must have gotten the protein power from Section A. But what concerns me is that at Section A, there was a bottle label from Section C. What was the bottle of poison from Section C doing in Section A? There's definitely something going on here. Okay. Chem lab, the shelf. I've already taken a good... Maybe I should take a quick look at the crime scene. Okay. Let's see. Oh, that's the wrong one. There we go.
Hey.
So Makoto, how's your investigation doing? I told Kyoko what Toko and Hiro had told me.
I see.
I see. So along with Byakuya, they're both claiming they didn't go see her. But it's all too convenient. Someone must be lying. Someone's lying.
Anyway.
Definitely Hiro for now, I think. Well, I've made some progress of my own. Sakura's body, the shelf of magazines, and the Makun bottles. These 3 things have revealed new clues. You do well to look over them one more time. Okay. So Sakura's body, the shelf of magazines, and the Makun bottles. Let's do Sakura's body. According to Kyoko, there's something to be discovered from Sakura's body.
Just a second.
Just staying off these spaces ain't gonna help you figure anything out. Well, yeah, I know, but
Hey.
do you think you might need to actually examine the body?
Whew.
There's no getting around it. Unlike me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. She was completely unemotional. It's the kind of thing I've grown personally used to. Although there are still some times. I can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see dead body, I can't get used to it.
It's true.
It's totally normal. And how can you?
So...
I imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past. What? Sorry, never mind.
Hey.
More importantly, look here. The shoes.
Correct.
You see that yellow powder on his instep? Yeah, it really stands out.
I see.
That powder is clue number 1. Clue number 1.
Hey.
Next is the wound on her head. Look carefully.
It's true.
Actually, even telling you that, it's incredibly difficult to spot, so let me just explain.
It would seem...
It would appear that she didn't suffer a single blow to the head, but instead received 2 blows to the head. 2 blows?
Indeed.
Interesting, when you say. And there's one more interesting thing.
Correct.
Both of her hands were spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on either one.
It's true.
So that's why I learned from examining her body in detail. Kyoko's examination summary. Okay. I can't believe she was able to learn all that from just by looking at her body. I don't think anyone but Kyoko could have pulled that off. Okay. So the Monokuma bottles and the magazine itself. I think Kyoko said she found a new clue involving Monokuma bottles. Something new.
Hey,
So did you figure out? There's a hidden correlation between all the bottles. Pay careful attention in your search to find it. Correlation. Hey Kyoko, can't you just tell me what it is?
so...
I don't mind guiding you towards clues, but giving you my conclusion is not a good idea. Each person needs to come to their own conclusion so that everyone can have confidence in the outcome. And it's not just you don't trust me, right? No answer. I do trust you to a degree, otherwise I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. Only to a degree. Okay.
Hey,
Actually, there's one other thing about the Monokuma bottles that's been bothering me. I'd like to do an experiment to confirm it. You don't mind helping me, right? Experiment.
anyway,
Can you gather up all the pieces of a broken Monokuma bottle? Try to get the smaller pieces too. Are you sure it's okay to be messing with the crime scene like that?
that doesn't matter.
I've already done a thorough investigation, so it's fine. And obnoxious Byakuya's not here, so...
So then,
Anyway, I need to get something from the chem lab. While I'm gone, I'll try to gather up all the glass. But Byakuya is in the chem lab. You're going ran into him. With that, Kyoko left the room. I really don't know what this is about, but what choice do I have? I better just do it. I took the broom and dustpan and got to work collecting all the broken bottle pieces. But then, just as I finished up, sorry to keep you waiting.
so then,
Is everything ready? Then let's get to work. So what kind of experiment are we doing?
in other words,
I got a scale from the chem lab. We're going to use it to compare weights. Compare weights of what? The pieces of glass we collected in one of the Monokuma bottles that are still intact. Why do you want to do that? That's the point of the experiment. Will make sense once we're done.
listen,
First, let's compare the weight of the two normal Monokuma bottles. It's balanced,
in other words,
which means each Monokuma bottle weighs about the same. It doesn't matter which piece it is too. So the Monokuma is carrying, so that's good. You know? Which makes sense. Monokuma figures inside are basically the same thing and nothing else could really affect the weight.
so then,
Now here comes the important part. Put all the pieces you picked up on one side of the scale. Now what might we expect to see? Well, normal assumption would be either they'd be balanced out or the pieces I collected would be lighter. I did my best to collect them all, but there's a chance I could have missed some here and there.
so then,
Okay, then let's give it a try. Huh? Broken pieces are heavier? How is that possible?
I knew it.
So there were two missing bottles on the shelf. So, two broken Monokuma bottles are there. And they're built by the same type of bottle. That's why they match the same as their headroom, right? So whoever gathered up the pieces, they obviously missed a few, but the one they tried to make sure to grab was the missing Monokuma piece.
In other words,
So, just as I thought. What? The results of our experiment and the correlation between each of the bottles. Put it all together, and I believe you will arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. So what do you think? It's all on you. Okay. The magazine shelf. Kyoko said the magazine shelf is hiding a clue of some kind. Clue. Huh? This magazine is upside down. Huh. That's weird. That magazine that's upside down, it looks like the character, that anime character Fufumi loves. I just realized. Huh? This magazine is upside down. Did someone put it back that way on accident?
Hey,
If something catches your eye, it's important for you to explore that into detail, don't you think? Yeah, you're right. I picked up the third magazine and flipped through it. This is... well, on one of the pages near the center of the magazine, a word had been written in bold, bloody letters. And it said Toko. Could this be a dying message?
correct.
It would appear you found it. Toko,
So,
is indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it. Oh, that's why we checked freaking Sakura's. Her hands were clean. I mean, somebody could have cleaned them, but I'm not sure if that's the case. Dying message. Okay, I'll just keep that in mind. Okay, her hands are clean. Okay.
however,
Just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It was already like that when I found it a little while ago. I made sure to put it back exactly as I found it, for the benefit of others who might come looking. Hey, that says Toga, right? Yeah, it looks like it.
What the heck?
Then she's the killer, right? Well, it hasn't been confirmed.
I won't forgive
So,
you.
she's the killer for sure. That's conclusive evidence, right? We can use it to corner the killer. I can see why you would think that, but it just seems too easy. If anything, it makes me that much more suspicious. Okay. Here we go.
Whoops, you caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring I couldn't stay awake. Should I do it? Is it okay? Can I? Okay, then let's begin the class trial. You know where to meet, right? Please go through the See you soon.
Okay. It's the right time, but the mystery of the locked room is still only half solved. At this point, whatever happens will have to happen at this last stop. No, whatever happens, I have to make something happen. Okay. Okay, I'm actually gonna stop it there. I know I probably should do more because I should probably finish this. That way, this game is out of the way and I can continue like doing gameplays of other stuff. But I feel like, I don't know, I want to still be able to do this, at least for a little bit. Okay. So, that's it for today. I'm probably going to be recording something else today, too. But if you want to see more of Danganronpa, just say it in the comments and I'll be able to, and I'll get to them so I could like see what your guys' thoughts are on it. But yeah, if you want to see more, subscribe to my channel, Chaz Vader, and then yeah, I'll probably make some more interesting videos if you want. See you later.